Folks, Donald Trump made an absolutely massive announcement on social media today about an insanely controversial topic that has been taking the nation by storm recently. And, he absolutely botched it. A real video that he posted on Truth Social earlier today. Now, I'm kidding here. I'm actually referring to his statement on abortion and reproductive rights, but this video was what he released on Truth Social right before that one. And I'd be remiss if I didn't at least talk about it a little bit, if you'll permit me, because I've never seen such an apt analogy. Trump comparing himself to the solar eclipse that happened today. The same one, mind you, that Marjorie Taylor Greene said is a sign that we need to repent as a country. I also love the absolutely brutal community notes that were left on this, where they have to tell her there are approximately 1,700 earthquakes in the U.S. every year, about 4 a day, and that solar eclipses happen approximately every 18 months and are able to be predicted well in advance. And then they go on to further add insult to injury by dropping a list of all the coming eclipses. But she's probably right, because just like the eclipse, if Donald Trump does become president in 2024, large portions of the country will be shrouded in a temporary darkness. And the stupidity of the whole thing isn't lost on me either, because it shows a bunch of people looking at the solar eclipse with glasses saying we will save America and make it great again, despite Trump being the guy who literally looked the solar eclipse directly in the eye, which scientists warn can make you blind. And obviously that's a joke, and I wanted to start off with that because it's incredibly funny. But also, so is the thing that we have to talk about now, which is Donald Trump's announcement about his stance on abortion. And he may have yet again just nuked his campaign, because tons and tons of conservatives are ripping him to shreds over this announcement and this video that he made. And we'll see why in just a second in this video here, but real quick, if you don't mind just dropping a like, subscribing to the channel so we can bring you more videos like this. It all helps so much, and we really appreciate your support. But now, let's look at what Donnie had to say that got all the conservatives so up in arms about his decision around abortion. Also, I don't know if I said this, I am truly happy that I did make a Truth Social account, but as you can see here, like the website can only handle playing one video at a time. I can't even get this to start. So yeah, very worth the current stock valuation. Cool, it works if you only have one video playing at a time, so here we go.
Under my leadership, the Republican Party will always support the creation of strong, thriving, and healthy American families. We want to make it easier for mothers and families to have babies, not harder.
Donnie, even if you wanted to make it harder, I don't know that you necessarily could without a healthy dose of Viagra, but go on.
That includes supporting the availability of fertility treatments like IVF. I strongly support the availability of IVF for couples who are trying to have a precious baby. What could be more beautiful or better than that?
So, okay, off to a great start. Not terrible yet, but we'll get there. It does implode, I promise you that. If you've looked at the news, you'll know that. But hey, he's coming out in support of IVF, with the recent rulings in Alabama about embryos being people, and thus in vitro fertilization clinics having a whole disarray of things over liability around the loss of fertilized embryos that would hold them accountable. Luckily, there's been some legislation pushed through on that that did sort of address the situation and get some IVF clinics back up again, though not completely. But hey, Trump is coming out in support of it, which is good because Republicans definitely saw the insane backlash that came around that inevitably will lead voters to sway the other way.
Many people have asked me what my position is on abortion and abortion rights, especially since I was proudly the person responsible for the ending of something that all legal scholars, both sides, wanted and, in fact, demanded be ended. Roe v. Wade.
As we should all know, we never put it past Trump to come out with an outright lie like that one, but he doubles down here and, in fact, goes on to take full responsibility for it. So remember that when you're voting, because he really goes in on it here, how he wants people to remember that he was the one. He is the reason Roe v. Wade was overturned, by his own admission.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land. In this case, the law of the state.
States' rights.
Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people. You must follow your heart or, in many cases, your religion or your faith.
Yeah, that is him saying, among a bunch of other nonsense, right? Like, go with your religious beliefs. We need to support the people. But essentially, he's saying that he will not support a nationwide abortion ban like many conservatives want, and instead will leave it to the states, largely as it is now, which is still terrible for women everywhere. But it has conservatives ticked off, and they are saying it loudly. Like here, 22 anti-abortion activists with a combined 14.6 million followers on Twitter made posts ripping Trump's statement on abortion.
Other Republicans have been critical of Trump's post too, including former Vice President Mike Pence, a staunch abortion opponent, who said that he felt voters who had supported Trump in past elections had been slapped in the face by his turning down the idea of a national abortion ban. By not endorsing a federal abortion ban, Trump is perhaps trying to appeal to some of those voters in the middle who might think that abortion should be an option for at least some. He's also purportedly removing one of the criticisms that Democrats have had of his campaign, that arguing that he's just a candidate who wants to outlaw abortion and remove it as an option for everyone.
Right. Trump is trying to have his cake and eat it too. Or I guess better put, he's trying to pick the side that is the right one in the majority of people's opinions, getting him the most votes and hopefully supporting some of the people he's alienated through his very anti-abortion stances and policies in the past, while also waving his hands about and saying, hey, look at me, I am the one, I'm dog whistling here. I'm the one who destroyed Roe v. Wade. So okay, don't hate me, even though now I don't support a national abortion ban. And it's such a classic Trumpist move. He has constantly shifted where he sits on this issue throughout the entirety of his life. Just look at this clip from 1999 and how far we have come from here.
Partial birth abortion, the eliminating of abortion in the third trimester. Big issue in Washington. Would President Trump ban partial birth abortion?
Well, look, I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion. I hate it. I hate everything it stands for. I cringe when I listen to people debating the subject. But I just believe in choice. But I am strongly for choice, and yet I hate the concept of abortion.
But you would not ban it?
No.
Or ban partial birth abortion?
No, I am pro-choice in every respect and as far as it goes, but I just hate it.
But I'll end here just saying how funny I think it is that Trump felt the need to repent to female and pro-choice voters about his stances on abortion in the past by saying that he's going to leave it to the states here. And he felt that need to repent on the day of the solar eclipse. Damn, Marjorie, I hate to say it, but I think you were right. And you know what? Maybe Trump is truly a religious man. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and share. I would love to know your thoughts on the absolute craziness that is this Trump abortion announcement. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's all a ploy? Obviously it is, but tell me anyway. Please, if you can, feel free to support us on Patreon so we can continue to bring you more engaging videos like this and dive into all these topics in this very important year. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you guys in the next one.